Wait a few seconds. Does it work? I think so. I heard a weird sound. Let's go. Oh, here it is. Why didn't I hear that? Hello? Anyone there? Why don't I hear a sound? Did I press on it by mistake? Finnegan is here. Aren't you happy? It should work. Hello. Hey, Finnegan, come here. Yes, cat is back after 3 months. Our cat is back from my parents. He's not happy. He loves it at my parents. Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. This is Let's Talk EV. I look totally fat today. I'm a fatty. Yes, what are we doing? We're looking at some news, nothing big. Then we talk about what happened this week, what happens in the next few weeks. Hey Graham, never forget your name again. I was so embarrassed. And I thought today we talk a bit about hydrogen in cars because I will get a press car that has one. Yeah, it's Finnegan. Go say hi. Hey? You want to say hi? No? Just tail? That's all? Yes. Howdy, fatso. Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I have a bit of a hangover because I ate yesterday night. I was, should I eat? And then I ate everything twice. Yep. I replied to your post yesterday about the Reconnect app, but today the video has gone. Yeah, I deleted it because I don't know if it was you, but someone posted just deinstall and reinstall the app, and it worked. So it works again, so that's why I deleted the video, because it's not a thing that the server is not working. It was just on my side, on my app, so that's just fine. But let's go through the news. Not a lot. First, the Ioniq 6 has been spied. Look at it. Looks good. Oh, it's a German license plate. I'm not a fan of the front when it goes down that much, but other than that, it looks very Ioniq-y. It's just in the middle of nowhere. Who sees those? And this is somewhere where it's not that cold. Is it maybe these are old pictures? But look at the foliage. Doesn't look like it's winter there. Interesting. Then Renault said they want to build only electric cars from 2030 on. That's not long. That's in 8 years. And I don't have it here, but I've seen that the Tesla is now building a 2000 Model Ys in Berlin right now. But I don't know if it goes to customers, or this is just a test, because according to the plan, I think they're not allowed to build customer cars yet. There's some permit missing or whatever. Then let's go to Ionity. Just was new construction started somewhere in France. We'll see that in a second. In a year ago and then 6 days ago. Yeah, nothing new went live. Let's look at the map. What's the new construction in France? Well, I don't know. Ooh, there's a new one in Germany. No, there was last time already here, right? But those two, yes, I know those. Go to Spain. Yeah, I know this one wasn't there a new one? Maybe it was this one here. Yeah, from Barcelona down to here at 600 kilometers, because I checked, because I had the plan to drive down to here, to Marbella, because of Renault, but doesn't look like they're having it done yet. But that's fine. Nothing going on for me. Do we need to install the antivirus? Yes, install an antivirus. Hot hedge, I like that. And pardon my manners, good evening from the UK. That's okay. Looks like Opel. Really? Huh. Hydrogen question is, does it even get out of starting blocks, been around for so long? That's true. No, but let's talk a bit. So what happened this week? Nothing. I really did nothing. I filmed 2 little videos. One I uploaded on Friday, edited and uploaded, was done in very short time, within an hour or so, with the battery heater. Because I calculated the other day while I was driving how much it cost me because of the battery heater, because I notice it in my ID3 every time I go to work. Every time I preheat with the car being plugged in, and the battery heater doesn't do anything then. And then when I go into the car, when I want to go, I see that regen and power limit is a bit lower, and then I know, cold battery. I look at instant consumption, and with the heat, it then goes up to 8 or 9 kilowatt, because the cabin is already warm. The cabin heater doesn't use the 6 kilowatt, only 2 or 3 kilowatt. And then we are driving to Malaga area from North England. That's cool. And so, look, it's Finnegan. That's you. See yourself. Poor thing, he hates driving, and I had to pick him up. It's a 30-minute drive. I picked him up today. Go smell everything. That's me there too. And what was I saying? Help me. Yeah, and so I thought I calculated that how much it is, and then I didn't want to put the number too high, because I could say it's 3 kilowatt hours per day, which sometimes it is, but it's not all the time. But as an estimation, I said 50 to 60 euros, and that's not nothing. 50, 60 euros per winter, because it doesn't happen in the summer. When you live somewhere cold, it's even worse. Not sure which car to use, Kona or e-tron 55. E-tron 55. Yes, higher consumption, but way better charging speed, and you can charge up to a very high state of charge and then go further. Preheat the car by pressing the stop button instead of the app, then it will heat the battery also. Yeah, but I'm not going into the car in the cold. I'm at home in my warm area before I go out. I want the car warm before I go out. No, I'm not gonna. I don't care if it doesn't matter to me if the battery is cold when it is being warmed up when it's plugged in, or when I drive. It's the same power. Maybe even more, because it has to go through a charge. No, it doesn't matter, because then you charge it in. My way to work is 400 watt-hours per kilometer with battery heater, but for now I can charge for free at work, so I'm fine. That's cool. Well, I don't have 400. It must be a very short trip. I think I have 240 on the way there and back, something like this. Yes, 500 kilowatt hours used last week, no, a month. So yeah, that's why I made that video. What else happened? And then I made a little video, but which I don't know if I will use it. It was the same in the car, and I'm talking about how the switch was from my old ICE car to the new EV. So old ICE transition to new EV, and how it was from 105 horsepower gasoline Hyundai Matrix, yes, front wheel drive with 15-inch wheels, to the ID3 now with 200 horsepower electric and everything. And I want to go through everything, to money, charging, fueling up, and all of this. I went through everything, but I don't know. I think I rambled too much. I don't know. But plugged in, it uses external power to heat the battery. When driving, it uses the internal battery and then reduces the range. Yeah, but I don't care about the range, since I'm just going 26 kilometers. So for me, that doesn't do anything. I don't care. And even if I'm on a long trip, the next Ionity charger is 180 kilometers away. This will just do, what will it do? 2-3% of the battery, something like that. What is 2 kilowatt hours? So only 2 or 3 kilometers to work. Yeah, then you have 400 watt-hours per kilometer. I can see that. So for me, the range reduction it is nothing that bothers me at all. It's just how it is. Oh, and because so many people are here, and 69 people, by the way, 69 people here, only 19 likes. Hello. And of course, check out membership here. If you want to join channel membership, all the green ones here are members, and you see with the badge how long they are already members. I think the yellow ones are longer, and then there's green levels and whatever, and very cool. We have our little discussion. I want to do a stream at some point. I did one already, but I want to do another stream with just members. That's just fine. The Magic charges faster. It charges faster, but to get to, yeah, that's my whole story, because I don't fuel up just anywhere. I have to go somewhere because it's cheaper, or this is what I did. And I'm busy working, but just like, yes, that's how you do it. T-Break is totally on the run here. He knows the stuff. So yeah, that was that. Then what happened this week also? Nothing. I was in talks with a lot of people on Wednesday, or was it Tuesday? I can't remember. I got 3 press cars. That was cool. I really like that a lot. So I'm getting, well, you already know that. In April, I'm getting an Ioniq 5 big battery rear-wheel drive press car for 2 weeks. In May, I get Skoda Enyaq iV80X, so the all-wheel drive version. I won't be getting the ID4 GTX right now because they only have the 2.3 version of software on that, and they don't want to give out cars with that software anymore. They're waiting for the 3.0 and then give it out, so it will be after March or in March, something like that. What else car do I get? There was something. Oh, Volvo contacted me for the C40. I'm getting that in the beginning of April, and I think in the beginning of April for 2 weeks. So have you talked to Volkswagen about vehicle to grid? They have that already. So it will come in with software 3.0, so that you can plug your house into Volkswagen if you have the right wall box. I'm guessing with the ID charger this will work. I don't know. But I know that this will come, but I don't know the details. ID software next update in March. I don't know when the over-the-air update will start. I don't know when the old cars have to go to dealership to get their one control unit updated and the 12-volt battery changed. I don't know when this will come. I just know that the ID5 and other stuff will start in March, and this will be delivered with 3.0. So it's about that. Yeah, there were the 3 cars, and then I talked to Renault, and Renault denied me. No, that was already last week. They said I'm not getting press cars anymore. Mercedes said that as well because they didn't like my videos. That's what they didn't say that, but that's what I read between the lines. What else? Yeah, and then I thought, sorry, scratchy, itchy scratchy here. I thought, I had the idea, why don't I get hydrogen car and test this? Because I have no idea how that is, how it's driving. Is it horrible? Is it great? How is the fueling up? Everything. Where are they charge the things? And then I saw that in Passau, not far away from my work, there's a hydrogen charger or fueling station. And I looked into it. So how do you do that? You fuel up and then you go inside and pay? But no, you get a card, the H2 mobility card, and you hold that, and then they know who you are, and you pay with that, and then you fuel up. And I was like, huh, that's very interesting. It's cool. So I asked Toyota, right, with the Mira, or what's the name? Hey, Lars Peter, hydrogen cars is mission failed. Hey, Lars Peter, thank you for the donation as always. Support. He's also a member. Very nice. I appreciate it. And I asked them for the car, but didn't get any reply to the press department. And then I asked Hyundai for the Nexo, and they replied a day later and said, yes, I can have one, and I get it in the beginning of February. So on February 2nd, which is in 2 weeks, Tuesday in 2 weeks, I get the Hyundai Nexo, and they supply me with the card, so I don't have to pay for fueling up. Woohoo! And I want to see how is fueling up, how is driving, how is the where are the all the stations, how far can you go at 130, how does the range go down, can you preheat, how's the app, and all of this that I know from my electric cars. And how's the power, because there's a battery in there, and when you use the motor, you get power from the fuel cell and from the battery. What if the battery is depleted? What happens then? And you give it full power on the highway or something? I want to see. It's called Mirai. I was close. Thank you. Yes, and you guys are all totally right. Hydrogen is extremely inefficient, stupidly inefficient. Because it's the same as charging, but you have to create the hydrogen first. And right now, hydrogen is being produced or is a side product of making gasoline or diesel, and that's of course extremely dirty. The only way to get hydrogen in a way that it's not wasted at all is if you have a lot of renewable energy that you don't need right now. Wind or solar, whatever, has to be turned off because the demand is not there, and then you use this to do hydrogen at that time if you have too much, if it's we store it in battery or whatever. That's the only way to do it in a nice way. And I'm not into the grid that I would know if storing it in battery and then using it later would be better, like you do in a house. When you have your own house, you would have solar panels on the roof, store the energy you don't need through the day on a battery, and then at night you use it from the battery, so you off-grid fully. So no, you can charge at home, of course. You're like a gasoline car with a hydrogen car, and you have barely any fueling up station. So there's one in Passau, the next one is in Regensburg, then in Landshut there is not one. They're just building one, so it's far apart. So it's 100 kilometers. I think there are 90 hydrogen gas stations in Germany or so, or was it 60? I can't remember, so it's not great. And what if that one is not working? So what, the one in Passau is not working? What do? I just stand there and nothing is happening? I don't know. The good thing with the Nexo, I looked at the Nexo a bit, is that the range is pretty great. So it can fit 6.5 or 6.3 kilograms of hydrogen. And with that, they say a range, but it's NEFC, it's not even WLTP, of 630 kilometers. So I'm guessing real world range 400, and if you drive a bit fast on the highway, 300 or so. Maybe 250, and I think that's pretty good. But I have no idea how it is with preheating and stuff like this. Come, Finnegan, there you are, and all of this. But I want to try it, so I want to see how that is. Is it weird or whatever? The only advantage that a hydrogen car would have is if the hydrogen was made in a clean way and not in a wasteful way, is that the fueling up is just done in 5 minutes. That's the only way. And the negative is, of course, that those fueling stations cost a lot of money, and they're just not everywhere. So we'll see. But for example, if I get this car with, let's say, 100 kilometers of range, and the hydrogen station in Passau is not working, I don't know what to do. How would I get to Regensburg and see if it works? It's just weird. So let's hope it works. So that's a bit stupid. If there would be 2 or so, yeah, the camera, every time it does that, so I have to turn it off. Then I have to turn it on. Zoom a bit in, so you have it as before, and it works again. Yeah, frame rate is good. But I want to see how that is. Well, let's read a bit. What do we have? A news story in the week. French City dropped order for 51 hydrogen buses after redoing the numbers and realizing it was going to cost 6 times more in running costs. Have opted for battery ones to replace. Cool. I looked, and the hydrogen in at the gas station is €9.50 for 1 kilogram. So if let's call up the calculator. If there are 6 liters in, let's say 6.5 liters times 9.50, that's €61 to fuel it up, and you get, let's say, 400 kilometers. That's 15 cents per kilometer. My ID3, when I charge it at home, it's 54 kilowatt hours times 25 cents. That's €13.5. And in the winter, I can go right now 230 kilometers. That's 5 cents per kilometer. So the hydrogen car is 3 times as expensive. This is in the winter. In the summer, with the ID3, it can go way farther, of course. So we'll see. But like I said, Hyundai is paying for the hydrogen, so because it could be expensive. I just want to see and drive a bit around. Maybe do a longer trip to Nuremberg or something and see. My car will go into the dealer this Tuesday. Might ask about software upgrade dates. They won't know. You can ask, but they won't know for sure. Hydrogen is very inefficient. With that, the mirror is down on power compared to EV. The Nexo as well. As I looked at the Hyundai Nexo, and it's 170 horsepower, but 0 to 100 is in 9.2 seconds, the same as the Toyota Mirai. Linus did a review last week. Yeah, the Linus Tech Tips did a review, and that's why I thought about it. I looked at the review and thought, why don't I check that out? That's true. And then I wrote the 2 cars that I knew. Winter range is not too different from summer range, which is nice. Really, we'll see. Hydrogen don't work for ordinary cars. You need a lot of energy to produce hydrogen, maybe for heavy trucks. I don't know. It's electronic, but it can't even charge at home. Do you get to be vehicle to balloon? Yes. Hydrogen car versus EV for car. Domestic use will always lose. It's not efficient and high cost. It's so true. But for example, right now, the cost of electricity in Germany, it's already high with 26 cents. Yeah, I forgot, it was 25 before, now it's 26. But a lot of people in Germany now have extremely high prices. If I would change my power deliverer right now, I will get 40 cents or so, or 35, way more. But there are parts in Germany where it's 50 cent parts even that have said they have a €1 per kilowatt hours, and then hydrogen is cheaper. But let's hope that they can fix that at some point. In Sweden we produce hydrogen to exclude coal in steel production. Okay, hydrogen for commercial vehicles makes sense. Why waste masses of electricity to turn power to hydrogen along with the huge losses, compression, storage and transport costs to eventually turn back to electric again with a whole lot more losses? That's totally true. He's so right. Just to be convenient. The thing is, I think that the main thing is why it could happen at some point that companies still have a reign over people. Right now with electric cars, you can charge at home, you can have solar panels and charge the car with that, so you're very off-grid, and big companies don't like that. And you cannot have hydrogen at home, not as much as you would need, and so I think they like this, and this is why they're pushing it. They don't like people not coming to stores and not coming to and having to depend on big companies. We need all the renewable energy we can get in our EVs. Are you planning to test the new MG-ZS EV? It will be relatively cheap here in Denmark, only 280,000 Danish kronen. I would love to test it. I really would love to, but I was in contact with MG and they said they don't have media drive or anything. They're just doing press cars and they're giving out the press cars and they have a limited number, and I'm on the list and I will get one as soon as it's available for me. I saw there's an MG Marvel R and an MG ZS EV in Freising at a dealer for customer test drives. I asked if I can get it there and they said no, the car belongs to MG and press people can't drive with that. They're not allowed to film. That's how it is. Where were we? A hydrogen factory is way too expensive to only use it when there is too much power. Again, I'm just saying that's a way. I'm not saying that it works. The heavy truck industry is exploring hydrogen for long-haul transports. Yes, hydrogen makes sense for planes and other commercial uses. Hydrogen is used to power ferries in Scandinavia now. Really? No idea. Just passing by, say hi to my favorite Mercedes hater. Ha ha. You're so funny. What is this sister online crap? We put you away. I never know if I have the right one. Not that I block someone different. Did I do the right one? I think I did. Linus' review was very interesting. Yeah, it was. Even though Alex did it. Electricity cost in UK is going above 30 pence kilowatt hour now. I'm thinking about solar PV and home battery installed this year. I would love that if it would be my house. North of Netherlands, local train or will be very soon powered by hydrogen. Oh, interesting. Cool. Okay, so you hear what's coming up. Next week, what's next week? Nothing? Next weekend. So originally I planned to have a Ford Mustang Mach-E from a dealer today. And I asked them this weekend, this week, and they said, sorry, this weekend the car is in use. We need a longer preparation to give you a car. And I drove by their dealership yesterday and the car was there. And I drove by the dealer today, this morning, and the car was at the exact same spot and frozen all over. So nobody used the car. They lied. I'm a bit mad, I have to say. So do you want to give, they said they want to give me the car, and I said, is it okay this weekend? And then they said, no, it's in use and you can have it. And this was on Friday when he told me that. And Saturday morning the car was there. And it didn't move till today. When did I drive by? Sunday, 9 something a.m. this morning. So nobody, because except for private use of someone from there, nobody would pick it up on Sunday. And I said either Saturday or Sunday I would pick it up and try it out, but no. So I'm a bit mad. I really am. So during the week I have nothing scheduled. Next weekend, the 22nd, is it? Am I right? Yes. On the 22nd, on Saturday, I will pick up a Dacia Spring. Yes, Dacia Spring Electric. Am I right? The name sounds weird now. Placed a holding deposit. Maybe someone has bought it. Now, then he would have said, sorry, it's sold. No, he said you can have it this week. You can have it another time. That's just weird. Dacia Spring Electric. Why does it sound weird? Does it say? It's true. It just sounds weird in my head right now, that Dacia Spring. But I looked at the specs and oh my God. And the main thing, it's the cheapest electric car. Well, there's always smaller ones, but springtime for Dacia, yes. Stocking a neighbor, stocking dealership. Exactly, that's what I do. I'll tell the story about the stocking neighbors soon. And I looked at the details of the Dacia, and 33 kilowatt motor, 45 horsepower in an electric car. I'm scared about that. Then top speed 125. Battery is a 28 kilowatt hour battery, so I think it's around the one that the Twingo had, or the old Renault. And when you go to the Dacia website and put in that you drive with 125 at -5 degrees in the winter, you get a range of 60 kilometers, 59. That's the stuff when you have the heat on. So I will pick up the car in Straubing at a dealer, and I was so lucky, and it's weird. So and it was a weird conversation. So I asked a dealership that is located in Austria, but has a few dealerships in Germany, one in Regensburg and Nürnberg, and the dealership is called Sonnleitner. That's important because I wrote them an email, and a person from Austria emailed back and said, yes, you can have it. And then I said, okay, you're from Austria. Where can I get the car? Is Regensburg okay? And what date would that be okay? And I didn't hear back from them. And then a day later, I get a call from someone who's called Sonnleitner, the same name. And he said, yeah, Dacia Spring, you can have the car. And I was like, is this the one in Regensburg? And then, no, we're in Straubing. And I was like, okay. And then you go on because you don't want to... No, I'm not doing a 1,000-kilometer Dacia test. First of all, I'm not allowed to drive that far. And so that's just, no. And then it turns out it was just his name. It's not the company's name, but it's his personal name. So that was a bit confusing at the beginning. But I'm getting that car from him. So two companies wanted to give me the car, but I just picked one. But e-up is back again for 60,000. That's true. After Grand, so Dacia is absolute due to weaknesses and high price and poor quality. Totally correct. Dacia Spring is 20,000, but 9,000 get off, so for 10,500, and for around 16 to 17, depending on, I think the e-up that will come out is the fully spec'd for 25, then 16,000 euros. Or was it 27? I can't remember. So for 6,000 euros more, you get an e-up. But I have to test the Dacia. It just has to be done. But I won't do the 1,000-kilometer thing. I will pick it up on Saturday, drive it home, charge. On Sunday, I want to do the 90 and 130 kilometers an hour range test plus the charging test. I won't get too far, but the charging will take long, but that's fine. So we'll see about that. I just want to see how it is. It won't drive 130, and it will be a fun thing. I'm pretty sure that there will be turtle mode and all of that stuff. Have you seen Chris Reefer's test of the Volvo C40? That was weird, huh? At 6 or 8%, it already showed turtle mode, and the power went down. At 3%, he could only drive 30. That's the same that Next Move saw with the Marvel R. That's a bit weird. Mostly for drives. Yeah, of course it's for drives and for city. But again, I have to try that. That's just how it is. Dacia is Renault's cheap brand. That's true. You are now closer from buying a Dacia than Mercedes. Testing Dacia Spring mainly in the city would be an advice instead of Autobahn testing. No, what do I do in the city? In the city, it does the exact thing that the manufacturer says, and every city is different. How often do we have to stop? Is it hilly? And all of this. Charging 60 times for 1,000 kilometers. I'm guessing so. 10,500 for a naked one, and the e-up is fully equipped, a lot quieter, nicer, and they added a bit of features. 130 kilometers an hour test then. Yeah, 90 and 125. E-up is really back. Yeah, they said it's gonna be back soon. Does it have CCS? Yes, I think so. I think that Dacia Spring has CCS. What did EV Database say? That's always my thing to go to. Where are we? EV Database, consent, Dacia Spring. It's right there. 26.8 kilowatt hours. 45 horsepower, 125 Newton meter front wheel drive, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 15 seconds. Electric range 170 kilometers, top speed 125. Type 2 charging with 6.6 kilowatt. CCS charging 34 kilowatt, the same as the e-up. Fast charge time 41 minutes. That's the stuff. What do we have? Consumption combined 191. Real energy consumption. What does it weigh? 950 kilograms. That's cool though. Turning circle 9.6 meters. Woohoo! That's the stuff. Does it have CCS? It doesn't do 130. No, it does only 125. In Germany, e-up reappeared after 16 months. Does it seem a bit concerning for Volkswagen? E-up is one of their best-selling models. Why is it concerning? It's a cheap car, small car that still has okay range and okay charging. So it's for most people enough, and that's why it sells amazing. If they will build an ID3 that costs 25,000 euros, it will sell the same way. But ID3 starts right now, because you can only get the middle battery 35 or 37, and the smaller battery when it was out was still above 30. Agree with you, city car, that's how they advertise it on French TV. Don't see the interest to drive fast on highway. It's okay if you don't have that interest, but I do. The Up is a fun car, like a go-kart. Doesn't the Spring have a 1-star NCAP? Yes, it does. And reliable, cheap recording repairs of basic parts. Will there also be a new e-City Go? I have no idea. Who knows? 0 to 130 in never. No, I have heard that there will be a City Go nor City. Dacia Spring 2021 has a 1-star in Eurocap. E-up, charge and battery as e-Golf. Dacia is probably gonna go through a whole new car positioning and design change coming years. Their prototype look real cool. 34 kilowatt, not even 43. No. There will only be a fully equipped e-up for 26,000 euro in Germany. They rebranded this year. Now new car design will start next models. Okay, wear a crash helmet testing the Spring then please. Yeah, sure, it's fine. I do my normal tests. I can do a city test, but what do you do with city tests? You drive through the city and then you have low consumption. You have low consumption on everything. If you drive the small Zoe, a Twizy, and all of this in the city, they're all fine. I want to take them to what if you use it in the city all the time, as most EVs, as most cars, and then sometimes you have to go somewhere. That's more what I want to be testing and what's interesting to me. Yeah, so this is coming. Then a week later, on January 3rd, then I have our holidays, by the way, from this Friday on. Woo! 1 week off. On Sunday, January 30th, Paul is lending me his Model Y, so that's a great transition from the Dacia Spring to the Model Y, all-wheel drive and big battery. I will do the winter testing with that, so I hope that it will snow somewhere, that I can drive it on snow, see how it is, and then, or maybe, I don't know yet, maybe it's just the highway test, how the range is in the winter. Because I know how it was in the summer, in September. It was amazing. What was it, 350 or 370 kilometers? Was just outstanding. And Dacia is the most sold brand in France the last year, I believe. Cool. I see a lot of them here too. What is the cheapest car? The Dacia Sandero or something? I think somebody tested that. That was funny. Yes. So I will do that with the Model Y. And then 3 days later, the Hyundai Nexo hydrogen car will come for 2 weeks. And then at some point I will ask for that Ford Mustang Mach-E again. We'll see if this is working then. And then in the end of February, there's an event with Volkswagen that I can't talk about right now, where I have to go far. And then in the beginning of March, there's another event where I have to go far for Volkswagen. That will be fun. I need a lot of holidays then. But as I said, yes, last week I canceled my trip to Spain for the Renault Megane E. Also, the dealer that is giving me the Dacia Spring already told me that can have the Renault Megane E, that they will get when they get it, very, very early. It should be between middle of March or beginning of April that I can get the car for a test. I canceled the trip to Spain. So what Renault did is they invited me to the media drive. It would be in the middle of February, and I have to go to Munich. Then they fly all the journalists from Munich to Spain, to Marbella. We stay overnight. Next day in the morning, we drive the car for 4 hours, and then they fly us back. And then I thought, okay, I need 2 holidays. I have to go to Munich. I need 2 days of the thing to do this all. And it's very risky right now in COVID times. And then uh, um, I'm driving the car for 4 hours on roads that I don't know. And so range test and stuff like this is very hard to do when you, I mean, I can look where the chargers are and everything. So this is not that easy. God, I look like I have the biggest beard ever, and I'm so fat. I'm so vain. I wanted to shave today, but I only shaved this. I should have shaved here too. I'm so vain. So I canceled that, and originally, so before I already had a plan with Volkswagen that I might take an ID4 GTX to drive down there. So 2,700 kilometers down there, and I looked up a route, I looked up charging, I looked up where to stay overnight. It will be a 2-day trip, so 3 days to be exact. So start on Monday, arrive on Wednesday, do the test drive with the... No, I would arrive on Tuesday evening, and then yes, and then arrive, do the test on Wednesday, and then go back and be at home and on Friday. That was my plan. Volkswagen would give me the car and everything, and I thought it would be a cool idea. But then I checked all the Corona rules for all the countries I have to go through, Switzerland, France, and Spain, and it all looked okay, and the hotels and everything. I don't want to sleep in a car, and it was just... I don't know, and then I canceled the whole thing. And again, it would have been a whole week of holidays. Cindy would have had a car, but has to take holidays as well, and all of this. First test in France by journalists were underwhelming. Really? Are you not a fan of the Megane E now? Huh, Mr. French lover? I thought you're just checking by, but when it's about French, then you need to... It's okay. You can be patriotic. I can't say it. Yeah, I feel my asthma a bit because Finnegan is back, and I'm allergic to cats and dogs. But I haven't had a cat in the house for 3 months, and I feel it a bit. But it's okay. Yes, that's it. Then I don't know what's coming in March. Then else, I don't think anything special. And then April on, there is press call. We're just saying it was underwhelming. That's okay. Were the tests... sorry. Were the tests underwhelming, or was the car underwhelming? So was... Because when I saw the Megane E at the Munich... why weren't they impressed with the E-Tech? When I was seeing at the Munich Motor Show and I saw the Megane E-Tech, there were it was I don't know, it was 50-50. The space in the car was okay, but not impressive. That the motor and everything, the design is okay, fine. That the motor and everything was in the front, and the car didn't look like it was a real EV platform where the motor is on the bottom and the battery and almost nothing is in the front. I was a bit unimpressed by that. And then the battery size with 60 kilowatt hours and the motor and the front wheel drive, I was a bit okay. We'll see. It's not too overwhelming, but I get what they want to do. The interior looked great. The screens looked amazing. So I hope that they can make it a great car. So maybe it drives amazing and it has amazing infotainment system, how you interact with the car. We'll see about the price, of course. I think they will price it extremely close to the ID3. I think that's their main competitor. They all enjoyed the car look, but they really didn't use any knowledge from Zoe. It seems inefficient and slow charging. I thought you can charge above 100 kilowatt. Was I wrong? And efficiency. Yeah, I don't know. With all new cars, I don't think the ID3 is that amazingly efficient. ID4, Ioniq 5, Kia EV6. I think cars are going a bit away from the being extremely efficient. They because they know. Yeah, Google. Yeah, you love the Google infotainment system. That's true, but that is not a reason for me to buy a car. There must be more than that. Google Hydrogen thought the US is trying to regulate hydrogen in the system with mandates like they are pushing EVs. Huh, I had no idea. What was I saying? I think the efficiency is not something where you can sell a lot. You put a bigger battery in there, make it not as efficient, but get the same range, then it's fine. People in the end, it has to be more than range. That's what I see in cars nowadays. Yes, I think that's it. What's coming up? Then, except for March, 3 weeks in March, I'm busy till mid of May. I hope there are other cars. What else did I write? So I will still try to get a Mercedes EQS at some point. I doubt it, but I'm trying. Hydrogen needs to be as efficient and green from production to getting into the car better than BEV for normal cars. Well, if it has to be then efficient, then it will never come. As BEV car batteries get better and charge faster, then the reason for H2 becomes less. That's true. Yeah, also they said they launched car 2 years after Volkswagen and just matched Volkswagen specs. Really underwhelmed. Also they sell this as Revolution, where everybody has same specs for a while now. Yeah, I have Google in my ID3, Apple CarPlay. It's true. Well, if it have Apple CarPlay, then you don't have Google. You need Android Auto to have Google. Did someone mention the Hindenburg? Yeah, but it's true. That's the same with the Nissan Ariya. When it comes out, it's just old. The same with the Sion Sono Motors. It's if you want a cheap car, yes, but other than that, I don't. Just because it has solar panels on the side. Ooh, you know what I did? What about the Mercedes EQXX? Both efficient, large battery, and long range, but will never go into production. Isn't that a sign that they build a car that's extremely efficient, but then you can't buy it? No, you know who I wrote yesterday night? Fisker. Fisker has the Fisker Ocean electric SUV, and they have a German website and everything. And I wrote Ariya, whatever. Ariya. Hey, Ariya is the bassist and vocalist of Slayer, huh? Tom Araya. That's it. What I was saying. So Ariya makes no more sense. Yeah, I think everybody expected better from Renault after beloved Zoe. They really didn't learn anything from it. Maybe that they took very long with the development, and that's why it's so behind. You should be able to Google with Apple CarPlay. Yeah, but it's not Google. That what Peter means here is that it's a Google infotainment system. Orion? We have to remember technology innovation not important as reliable, at least for me. Okay. Fisker, the battery garden tool manufacturer. Fisker with E. And they have the Fisker Ocean and with 600 kilometers of range, but I think it's also not WLTP. So we'll see. if they will contact me back, if they ever have an event in Europe or something, and I'm flying to the States. We'll see about that. So yes, that's what I did the last time. Are you going to take the Model Y up to Berlin and do donuts around the Tesla car park? No. This is a private car. This is Paul's car. So we'll just pick it up, do the 130 kilometers an hour range test. Google Automotive, there he says it, and then bring it back if there's no snow around close by. I'm not going too far. I'm not putting a lot of kilometers on Paul's car. It's his car. I'm glad I'm even allowed to drive it, because you can't get Tesla press cars. If you're, 500,000 subscribers, you get a Tesla press car, but other than that, you don't get one. Apple CarPlay works amazing. My Zoe use Waze a lot. That's cool. Fist her? You're such a pervert. Oh, is this? Oh no, you're not a pervert. That's normal in your country, right? That's what everyone does. In Denmark, we are developing house heating with warmth from the underground. We have that too. That's everywhere. Seems like a success in the future. Cheap in eternal energy. We did that too. We drill down, or it's in the area. I don't know. There's a few ways to do that. It's not cheap though. It's really not cheap. You have to drill down a lot, and it doesn't work everywhere. But we have that here too. Erdwärme. I don't know what they're called in English. But heat pump is the best, and solar panels. That and a battery with it. That's the best stuff. That's what I would love if I ever build a house or rent a house. No, the Mercedes high efficiency cars have a long tradition. They did a lot of efforts like C11 and Wankel engine. Highly streamlined for ages. Mercedes was the only wind tunnel owner in Germany. Ah, you're talking about something else. Okay. Oh, yeah. So, questions. Is there anything going on other than that? But like I said, I'm excited about the hydrogen car because I want to see how that is. I really want to see. The good thing is that the hydrogen gas station is not far from my work. So if it really doesn't work, I bring the car back to work and drive the ID3 and don't care. It's pretty standard technology. That's true. Best stuff until you get minus 30 degrees. Also, you need really well isolated house. Yeah, that's with all new houses should be that way nowadays, eh? That would be nice. That's true. Geothermal energy. He knows best. Wolf always knows best. That's the stuff. And yes, so I hope that in the end of February, when I go to Volkswagen, there will be a long drive with a live stream, a fun drive without stress and everything, just having fun to do that. And then I don't know if next day if I can show what we're doing. I doubt it, but there will be a video, of course. I have a 1930s house, even super well isolated. It's better for me to get a hybrid heat pump. Cool. You have a house from 1930. Cool. This house was built when Cindy was born, 1978. We know that now because the neighbors are moving out. So I have the story about the neighbors. So we're not big well, so first of all, Cindy and I, my wife Cindy and I, we are very asocial people. So we don't have any friends. We don't go anywhere to meet someone. We're horrible. What is the battery? 52. It's fine. Well, I should plug it in then. So we really not always use my. Yeah, I have to make advertising for this because they don't want it back. The Vinig power bank, 520 watt hours, has. Look at all the inputs. Here's a little screen. And then you can turn AC and DC off. AC are those two. 220 volt. And then we have 4 USB-A, 1 USB-C, and a 12 volt outlet, and even a DC 12 here. And jump starter things here. And this nice display. And I used it for a while. They sent it to me to test it out and make a video. And I said I only use it I will only make a video and test it if it can charge my ID3, and it can't because there's no ground, of course, and the Volkswagen charger doesn't want that. My neighbor is not a member, no, he has no idea what I do, and he doesn't care. So I have it here, and I told them I can't do anything with it. I won't make a video if you can't do that because it doesn't have anything to do with electric cars. Should I send it back? And they haven't contacted me since then. And they wanted to send me the big one. This is the small one. Like I said, 500 watt hours, has a maximum output of 1000 watts and continuous output of 500 watt. And the big one, this is 6 kilo. The big one with 24 kilos has 2 kilowatt hours, can output 2000 watt or 1000 watt continuously. And when I met with Rami in the Kona, he told me that his car can charge with his solar panels with 500 watts, so it would have worked. But again, imagine if people with huge dogs, 5 super loud kids moving in, also husband will love pass for diesel ammo at 7 on Sundays. That's true. That's a possibility. I know that. There's always a possibility, and also you really need. Okay, where was I? Like I said, we're very antisocial. We're horrible people. So COVID did not do anything to us in that way, that we don't meet people that we would like to see, because we never did. Because all my outgoing stuff has to do with this channel. I go to work and I do this, and then we spend time together. That's it. And so I have no idea what the names are of these neighbors. So these neighbors here, he's extremely loud and talks all day and smokes the whole time in his winter garden, and he plays games on TikTok. That's what I know. He has a green screen and everything, and everything is dark, so he can make videos and I hear him screaming with games and stuff. Bye, Jill. But other than that, they're okay, and they're okay too. It's a guy with his wife. His wife is not doing anything. He's doing everything. I don't know what. Even in the house, I see him vacuuming. I see him mowing the lawn. I see him doing the garbage. He goes to work. She's home all day and doesn't do anything. So I think she has a psychological sickness. That's why. But they have a kid. The kid screams around all the time. But that's fine. That's our kids. The only thing what he does, which is extremely annoying, he bought a weed whacker, but motor, and the motor that he even has on a backpack on there. And this is not loud. This is extremely loud. And for 45 minutes every 2 weeks, even when everything is closed, you can't even watch TV. It's so extremely loud. It's very annoying. I don't know why he doesn't use the normal lawnmower. Yes, there are parts where you need it, but he does the whole lawn with it. It's extremely annoying. Power station needs at least 5 amps. It means you said that the last time, but Rami told me he charges with 5 amps. He charges with 500 watt. It works. Maybe my ID3 can't do that. But he said other cars can charge with less than that. And how would charging work with solar panels if your solar panels don't produce 1100 watt? How would that work then? And yes, and we don't have any contact with them. It's fine. It's okay. We, like I said, antisocial. And then we noticed the last 1 or 2 weeks that they're putting plastic bags with stuff on their porch or whatever, and we thought, what are they doing? Are they moving? And then, but why would you put it in plastic bags? If you're moving, you're putting it in something sturdy and something like this. ID3 needs 5 amp and all other Volkswagen EV need those 5 amp too. But maybe a Kona doesn't, or maybe a Model Y doesn't. Maybe it's that. And then yesterday we went for a walk with the pups, and I walked out and drove the ID3 out and blah blah blah. Brought up wood that we need for the fireplace, and then I saw somebody drove by, parked in front of their house, went out but didn't go in. They went down the street and looked around, and I was like, if it would be friends or visiting them, they wouldn't do that. That looks like people, they want to look at the house. And then I thought maybe it's the people that are renting the house out to them and they want to see if everything is still okay. And then I went in and they drove away. And then I have a surveillance camera out there to see my driveway and to see when post comes and everything. And I have a sticker down there that says video surveillance and blah, blah, blah. I looked at it and it's recording, and if there's a movement for 30 seconds, and I see that there's, before those people came, another car came and went into the house, and this person showed them the yard. And then I was like, oh my God, they're looking for new tenants. They're moving out. And then we looked at all the places in Germany online where you look, where you want to look for a house to rent, and we found the house. And yes, from March on, they're looking for a new tenant. Ha! In the UK, you need at least 1.4 kilowatt from a solar to power any EV. Okay. I wanted to try, but again, like I said, this thing didn't work with the ID3, and I don't see the thing with it. What I do with it. It's neat if I would go on a holiday and I'm in a camper and I want to charge stuff or use it for something, because 500 watt hours is a lot. It's heavy and it feels very sturdy. Your neighbors follow your channel? No, I'm sure not. Again, like I said, they have no idea who I am, but it's very interesting. So they're moving out, and today even I saw him putting boxes in his car and drove away, and I don't think he came back, man. You had asked why power stations does not work for your car, so it will not even work with the bigger power station in case you will get it, because 1000 watt is not enough, it will shut off. Well, not for my ID3, like I said, it won't never work on the ID3 because of the missing ground, but maybe another car can charge under 1000 watt. And if it's continuous load, I can just charge for 10 minutes or so. It will turn off whenever it thinks so. I'm not fighting with you. Oh, cool. Yes. That's my story. What's up with you? What do we have? 43 likes with 94 people. Come on. Like. Let's get them up. 43 likes, 94 people. Let's get it up to 94. If everybody who's there likes right now, then we should be above 94. It should work. Come on. Always takes, such a big delay. Till you see what I'm saying, it's 20 seconds later. There we go, 95, 45. Let's get it up to 90. Even if you're on a TV. That's what we do here. I'm a hobo. Yeah, tomorrow work. I have to show my coworker. I have a coworker now. Very nice woman who worked at the company before, but now she's doing the warehouse as well. I have to show her a few more things, because next week when I'm on holiday, she will be there the whole week and take over my place. That's cool. And I already asked my boss to work less. I try to not work on a Friday, and then Friday I want to concentrate more on family and YouTube. Hit like, get it to 100 so we can watch something else. That's true. Get me, if you're 100 likes, I will go. 98 people, if everybody likes, we should be at 100 likes, and then you can be, yes, we did it. The idiot is gone. And so yes, and she said she's not so happy about that, my boss, about the Friday, because there's always something to do on on Friday where 2 people have to be there, and if right now there are 2 people with me and my coworker, and if I'm not there, then somebody else has to drive to the warehouse just for that, and she's not happy about it because that involves a lot of planning. And Cindy had an idea today that maybe can resolve that if my supervisor, it's a weird name, is okay with it. Shit, I'm 32 seconds in delay. Yeah, for me it's a few seconds. I would say 10 seconds or so. Come on, 56 likes. Come on, you guys or girls. Poor boss. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, but and it was a fun talk because she said, "What's the worst case scenario if I say no and you cannot get the Friday off?" And I was totally honest to her. I said, "It's not like I'm gonna quit any second, but if it gets too much, I will look for another work." Friday or Monday, flip them around. No, for me it has to be Friday. Because Monday Cindy has to work. Friday Cindy is off and it will be perfect. So I work Monday to Thursday and then Friday I'm off. Got my ID3 Pro S 1 week ago. Woo! First infotainment crash yesterday. I never had an infotainment crash, did I? I have to think. Maybe in the early morning. And today it emergency brake while entering the garage. I think it thought it was going to crash something. You can set the sensitivity of your front assist in the settings. You can set it that it doesn't do it too, but you have to think about what is your safety. So it's normal. Once I drove back to a charger and I was too fast, and it also slammed on the brake. So sometimes when I go we have in the city we have a 30 kilometers an hour restricted road where there's a lot of cars parked on the side, but for 100 meters there's no car because they're not allowed to park, and then there's one car parked and it's right in the corner, and I go straight to the car before the corner, and the car always blinks up the red, not always but a lot of times the red light comes on, and that's her problem, not yours. That's true. I know you're always fighting for the people when it comes to work, and I know my work wasn't that amazing to me all the time. The thing is though, I like my work a lot. I can bring both dogs. I'm mostly alone in the warehouse. It's all by myself. I can decide when I do what. I can make my break whenever I want. It's just so many. I can park in front of the warehouse. The police is around. That's nice. God, why am I so itchy? I'm a real hobo. It just has a lot of advantages. Yes, it has its annoying part, like every work, and if I do full-time YouTube, it will have its annoying part as well. Oh, the scratching is coming up right now. I can see it here. Oh, yes. I'm sure you could easily get a new job, even better, maybe in EV world. I could get easily a new job, that's true, but not a job that's as much freedom. And bringing 2 dogs with you is another big challenge on top. So getting a job with every Friday off will be a tough challenge, I guess. Well, yeah, it would be a part-time job then, 3 days a week or something. And bringing 2 dogs, exactly. That's what I mean. That's something I like, and so yes. But I also have a limit. So if she's unreasonable at some point, maybe I push myself. And Cindy and I talked. And she's really hates the weather here because of the snow, and it's very, we have way more snow than in other parts of Germany, because we even have more snow than Passau. But she's also not the fan. Can you park inside to keep the car warm? No, I cannot. She's also not a fan of the Bavarian people. And we thought about that maybe we want to move to Dresden at some point when I'm self-employed and only do that, because then we're closer to Berlin, Wolfsburg, Frankfurt, Hamburg, is there, if there's something, all of this, we are close to Prague, which we like to go somewhere, and COVID is at some point better to do. And Munich is still, yes, then a bit farther, but it's fine. And we are somewhere where it's cold, but it's less snow and more rain, or the opposite. So the snow is then rain and stuff. So we'll see, but we'll see about it. We like Dresden a lot. It's very beautiful, and we like the vibe when we were there. Doesn't mean that we're moving there right now, and I don't think it will be this year. We'll see about that. Can you park? Sorry, we already said that. Yeah, I asked a few times if I can charge my ID3 at work, because we have a 32 amp socket there, but my boss said no, because it has to do with taxes then somehow, and then she doesn't want to do that. Evening, got the ID4 waiting in manufacturing for semiconductor chips. Almost hoping it will be March now if 3.0 would be preloaded. I don't know when they will switch, when they're building cars with the software, and if your car is already built but they're waiting for part, maybe software is already on there. I don't know. God, what is it with the itching? Stop it. It's annoying. I apologize for that. It's disgusting, huh? I don't know how they do it, and when exactly they will start with not just bringing ID5 with 3.0, but ID4 or ID3 as well. I don't know. Ooh, the car dealer that I had contact with in Plattling, that gave me the Cupra Born, replied finally. So they're working on to get me the Audi Q4 e-tron to test. They also have the answer that the Cupra Born with the boost, with the 170 kilowatt, should come in March. Around March is planned for that time, so hopefully I will get that. And I'm planning on, I want to do a drag race with my ID3 and the Cupra Born. I want to see how much faster is it. So I will ask the dealer if there's somewhere around there in that area, in a radius of 20 kilometers, where we could do that. That would be so interesting to drive Cupra Born 170 kilowatt and ID3 150 and see how that is. This is not the easiest spot. Do not underestimate the cause. It is cold in winter too. Check Freiburg, because along the Rhine River or Bodensee, Lake Constanza area is a lot warmer. Yeah, but what do I do at the Bodensee? I'm on the end of nowhere. There's nothing there. Go from Bodensee to Wolfsburg? Again, Dresden is just beautiful to us, and it's closer to other areas, and it's lower, so it doesn't snow as much as here. Dresden you can get donuts more easily. That's true. Ha! We even thought to go in holidays to Prague, but we looked it up. It's just so many hurdles. If you want to go to Prague, get something to eat, and then go back home. But Walter has never been in Prague. We bought a Walter with its specs specifically for, that was my thing. It has to go to Prague even in the winter without charging. And I think Walter can do that, because it's not all highway driving. It's just 40 kilometers of 200 kilometers highway. The rest is on the city. It's country roads and slow ones, sometimes even 40, 50. So I think it can do it. And now it had, in the last car that I was in Dresden with was the e-up. It was in March 2019? 2020? I think 2020, March 2020. Yes. Again, this is just a thought. Nobody it's not a big plan. Hold him the same, but he wants to stay as far as possible from French border somehow. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I have anything against French people. If the thing is, I was just never there. So in that area. So if I look at the map, of course I was in a lot of spots in Bavaria. I was a lot of spots at the Alps. I was in Austria. I was in Italy. I was once in France when I was little. But in the north, I was in Frankfurt because of stuff. I was in Wolfsburg once, and in Dresden a few times. Hello, Chris. Good evening. Hello, Clockwork Planet. I was in Dresden once, twice, I think twice or 3 times with Cindy. And then when I saw the ID4 and I drove in it, but I wasn't allowed in the prototype. Then when I picked up my ID3, 5 times, yes. Also, I would visit one day Europa Park. Yeah, that's my thing, Europa Park. Yeah. God, what is with the itchiness? Help me. Why is nobody commenting how disgusting that is? Did I scratch here? What's going on? Come on, mock me. 68 likes with 95 people. Yeah, so again, this is just a thought. We'll see. Yes. What else? I think that's it. And the interesting part that I didn't say is that I contacted, like I said, a lot of companies for press cars and blah blah blah. I told Volkswagen, sorry, I won't go to. You should visit Norway and Chris and Björn. Not even EU and so far and cold. Nah, I think I will never visit Norway. And I'm sorry to say that, but when it comes to electric cars, I think Norway is now very, very disgusting. Thank you, Sand Deep Man. Chris, Norway is now boring. Oh, camera is already doing the thing again. There we go. It's still doing it. Well, why are you doing this? Come on, give me the frame rate. So Norway is just now boring. It's no problem with charging. EVs are everywhere. Now we're back to normal. You can see the boxes. I built Cindy a new computer with my old parts, my old i7 that I had back then, because now I have an i9 in here, a 1080, a 10850. I'm not saying that Norway is not beautiful. I'm sure it's beautiful, but for summer and living there and doing EV stuff, that's just everybody's doing it there. It's just, I think it's boring. It was more fun in Germany where they're still building it up. And at some point there will be chargers everywhere, and then the charging is not an issue anymore. I don't think it will be part of videos. And so long distance trips, who cares about that? And then at some point, EVs will have such high charging speed and such big range that even this will not be interesting. So doing range tests and consumption tests and stuff, and then it's more about looking at the car. But someday means in 20 years or so. My German trip is all booked, starts at Knuffingen Airport in Hamburg. Cute. Knuffingen. That sounds nice. My cute is all booked. When is it? In June? I thought you come with the car. Well, now you're flying? I thought we meet in Munich with the car. What's going on? I'm sad now. Go to Spain if they have chargers in Germany. It's true. Or Czechoslovakia, they don't have a lot. Or Poland, or even more to the east. You can move to country without network, so it will get boring in Germany like in Norway now. It's true. It's true. But as long as the good thing for me with Germany is there's a lot of car makers in Germany, and a lot of them are going to electric now, so I'm close to them. The infrastructure is not as good as Norway, so there's still a bit of a struggle. It's still an adventure. That's great. I can go above 130 sometimes, so I can do something special. I don't have to drive 200, but sometimes I can go a bit faster. That's good. Is a model airport. Google it. Cute. What I wanted to say, so Germany right now is pretty good for me. So the perfect thing would be half Germany, half States, maybe even for EVs being somewhere in China or Korea, to like Björn is doing. Timbuktu. I don't know what that is. So to be everywhere where the EVs are, where they come out very early, because it's always delayed. I mean, see, there's no ID3 in the States. ID4 came late, but Tesla is arriving in the States before. and Chinese cars, of course, in China for the first, the same as Korean cars. Trip charted July 9th. I will be in Passau for 2 days on 16th and 17th. 16th and 17th. That's Saturday and Sunday. That's perfect. Don't I have even holidays? No, I don't have holidays. I made the holiday week the 24, week 24, and then week 33, I think. Yeah. Uh-huh. I will look to be there. Of course. What are you doing in Passau? It's a beautiful city. No, Passau is really beautiful. Maybe we're just moving to Passau. It's already less snow in Passau. When it's snowing here, sometimes it's just raining in Passau. France is catching up quite fast. I heard it last month, especially along highways. Used to be hell. That's great. I saw it with Ionity. It's growing in France like crazy. Fastnet has started its first one. I don't know what else they have in there. So if there are, yes, Germans make the best cars. I don't know if Germans make the best cars. I wouldn't say that. But there's just a lot of car makers in one country and not far away. I mean, BMW is just 70 kilometers away. Volkswagen is in Dresden or in Wolfsburg. Audi is in Ingolstadt. That's not too far away. Mercedes would be in Stuttgart. Porsche is in... I knew that once. Who cares? Fastnet is starting, but big ambitions. Yeah, Fastnet is just cool. The last time when I met with Rami and Paul, when I met with Paul in for the 500-kilometer drive with ID3 Model Y and the Hyundai Kona, it was fun because we charged all Ionity, and there was a Fastnet charger on the other side, and we saw 3 or 4 cars, I think 3 cars charging there. It didn't work, and they came to Ionity. I think the charger didn't work, but the funniest thing is this Fastnet charger has the shape that Fastnet has, but no roof. It's all going through, so you're still not blocked from the rain. I don't know why they didn't put anything up there. We'll see. Actually staying just over border in Austria. Cool. So you're staying in Scherding? Timbuktu is in Mali. Ugh. Total Energies are extremely fast-growing network at the moment. Cool. Stuttgart, Zuffenhausen, thank you. No snow in Mali. No snow in Italy. I would want to live in Italy, I have to say, just for the weather. I love Italy always. I loved Rome. Cindy hates it. For her, it feels too dirty, disgusting, and they don't repair anything, and it's a bit criminal. It's a big city, Rome. I loved Rome. We were there for 3 days or so. I loved it a lot. I love that you go somewhere and then there's a building that's 3,000 years old, and I don't know. I love that thing. There's this bus, you know, that drives around to all the locations, hop on, hop off. And a few times I just sat on it and I drove the whole round. It was an hour or so. And I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot. I voted on Ulan Beta. What the hell is that? Will you get BMW i4? Yeah, I scratch again. That's another thing. So I did the ID4 versus Skoda Enyaq drive with another YouTuber, e-Autofahrer. Check him out. He does German videos of his ID4. And he said he has a BMW i4, an M40 on order. He will get it. Shame on Cindy. Staying in Istanbul. Istanbul. Oh, that's Animal Spirit. We donate to them. They have a great animal shelter there. Rome is wonderful. Northern Italy is great. Südtirol and then down to the Place River. I can recommend Karlsruhe for the weather. Warmer than in Bavaria and seldom snow. Popped in to say hello. Hope everyone is cool. Hey, Samsi. Istanbul is cool. What did I just say? i4, yes. And he said he gets the i4 at the end of February. And so I contacted the dealer where I got the iX40 and the iX50. If they get an i4, if I can do the same test. And I contacted the YouTuber if I can get the car for a range test. And first the dealer said, sorry, but the demand for the i4 is so high that we can't give it away for a while. Chris Reeperbahn is calling, yeah, for sure. Timbuktu is in the Sahara. Oh my God. And so I can't have it from the dealership. I asked a few other dealerships in the to Regensburg and everywhere, and they all said they don't have an i4. Then the YouTuber e-auto driver Christian, same name as me, emailed me and said, sorry, the car is only, when it will come, will only be insured on me. Nobody else can drive. So then we have to drive together, and I drive. And I said, nah, I'm not doing that. That's just stupid. He drives and I'm sitting on the passenger thing. Nah, not doing that. So I emailed BMW, the press people, and said, hey, will you get an i4 press car? I have now 19,000 subscribers, blah, 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 blah. 19,300 now, 340 or something. It's nice. Would you give me an i4? And I said, sorry, we don't have an i4 right now. It should come at the end of February. We will contact you as soon as possible. That sounded very, very optimistic. It wasn't, yeah, we'll get a car and we'll see when we can put you in, something like this. So it was really, yeah, we're getting a car and we'll try to get you one soon. It sounded like that. So hopefully I get an i4 at some time. But I don't know. I mean, I had 3 cars from BMW. i3, Mini Cooper and iX3. And I think I made good videos about them. Can I ask a question? Can portable solar panel charge the ID3? Yeah, you can ask Wolf that. He will say no, because ID3s or every Volkswagen car only charges with 5 amps. So that's 1100 watt. And so you cannot charge it unless the solar panel can deliver 1100 watt. And I doubt that it can do that. What is the name of your Prague donut shop? It's Blue Vegan Pig. So Blue Vegan Pig. And they just moved. We haven't been there since they moved. They're just a street over, but right on the street before they were in the back alley somewhere. That's cool. Ex-colleagues had to work on project in Ulaanbaatar. Seems people have problem with alcohol and lots of prostitutes. Also incredibly polluted. Cool. Yeah, I haven't been there in so long. Best donuts in the world. Oh, do you have a picture? They always post pictures almost every day of the donuts. Oh. Where's Blue Vegan Pig? There we go. Oh, look at that. Where are we? Come on. Awesome. Oh. Oh. I have to. Oh, that's the stuff. Yeah, I'm on. I wouldn't say I'm on a diet right now, but I'm certainly. I will bring you some donuts. We're in Prague for 2 days before. Oh, he's so nice. You can't do that. Come on. Oh, now I'm shy. You should move to Prague then. Yeah, that would be also nice. The problem is with going outside of Germany is that Cindy is not a German citizen. She can only stay in Germany because she's married to me. If she wants to become a German citizen, she has to revoke her Canadian citizenship. So she has to deal with the Canadian government to do that. Then she has to apply for German citizenship. She has to do a special test. All in all, it's 2,000 euros. And the only reason to do that, the only thing that she can do if she's a German citizen, is that she can live everywhere in the European Union then, like me, without problems, and she can vote. That's the only 2 things. So she will never do that. So far right now we won't do that. And if I ever leave her, she can't stay in the country. God, I'm an asshole. But what I wanted to do? Yes, you're on a diet. Didn't see your last breakfast. Yes, it happened yesterday. So I'm, you know me. I said that a few times already here. I do interval fasting. So Cindy does it extreme. I do it a normal way. So after dinner, we eat dinner very early because we get up very early. Cindy gets up at 3:30 a.m. I get up at 5 a.m. We go to work at 6:30. Cindy gets up, does a lot of stuff, walks the dogs for 1.5 hours, and then we go to work. She leaves the house at 5 a.m. when I get up. I don't do anything in the morning, that's our deal, but I do a lot of other stuff. I go shopping, I vacuum, I clean, I do taxes, I do everything that has to do with money. So we have our separate thing. She does food and she walks the pups. That's my thing, and her thing. And so I eat. We eat when we come home from work at around 3:20, and we don't eat anymore from 4 p.m. And then I eat the next day at 8 a.m. For 16 hours, I don't eat. I eat for 8. I can eat for 8 hours, so this is the plan. And I noticed that since I do that, I feel better because and I lost weight because before I just ate in the evening all the time. And of course, when you eat in the evening, you eat a bit more that you don't need, and you don't move anymore, and your whole system is down. You just get fat. Can Cindy get residency by naturalization? Nope. That was explained to her. What she has now, so before she had only had always a year or 2 years of residency, and since she's been here a few years, she has permanent residency, so she doesn't need to renew her citizenship to stay here in Germany unless she gets a new passport. And every 10 years she needs a new Canadian passport. That's the only reason to do that. You lost weight? Where? Well, it was a few years ago. We do that already for 2 years, I think, the fasting. Yeah, so, and it was just good for me because I ate a lot of sugar. It wasn't good. And right now, what I'm doing is usually once a week I cheat. I eat in the evening. And this week I did it twice. And I did it yesterday and I ate so much. And it wasn't necessary. I wasn't even hungry. I just did it. Maybe, I don't know if I was depressed or didn't know whatever. I was bored. Exercise is better than starving. I'm not starving. That's the thing. If you look up fasting, fasting is a great thing. It's cleaning. It's all of that. Yes, exercise would be great too. I'm just a lazy bastard. I'm not saying that exercise is not better, but it's not starving what we're doing. It's the best thing because it's the natural way. I'm not doing that all. You look it up. We watched so much stuff about it. That's why we're doing it. Yeah, it's possible she could live in the UK. That's true. That's very possible. Tassie, I thought you can never make it. You did it. Shame on you. So I ate a lot yesterday, and I felt hungover. I still feel a bit hungover from yesterday. And so that was too much. I didn't feel good. Yes, you could be Darren's neighbor. It's true. I could be the annoying one. And so yes. I cannot eat nuts. I'm allergic to all nuts. Almonds are okay in a bit. Peanuts I have dye, and walnuts are not good. I'm very bad. That's my problem. And so German, especially for those who have to give back their previous passport. The videos up by the Schwarzwald family from US. Okay, new government. We'll see. 16.8 works very well also for me. Yeah, see, there's someone who does that. Yeah, no, it works great for me, and not because of I'm not starving myself. I'm not hungry unless I don't eat enough before. Then of course I'm hungry. The problem is to have a look at one. That's good. What do I want to say? I don't know what I wanted to say. As always. You're not hungry. It's just, I don't know, it's good to have a schedule and eat at the same time. For me, you don't have to do that. Again, I do it and it helped me a lot, so I don't eat every evening, but I did it twice this week and it was too much and I want to cut down. He keeps chickens. No. It's the next day, next after that keeps chickens. This one doesn't. No, even no, one further. I think 3 houses down. I think. I don't know. Yes, so I want to cut down that even for the next 2 weeks, I really want to cut down on sweets. I just eat too much sweets. I love it so much. I'm very addicted. But when I eat them, I feel happy, but afterwards I'm not. People still stopping to ask us about our ID3. I say you'll be driving one soon. Really? Nobody talks to me. Nobody looks at me. ID3, even though I see ID3s a lot. A lot. So I would say 2 or 3 a week. But it's so normal, nobody ever talks to me and does everything. I have to get rid of my Belgian passport in order to vote for Dutch elections. I guess being here for 12 years, speaking Dutch, having Dutch kids, contributing with my work in Texas is not enough. It's the same with Cindy. I went from 74 to 65 by just leaving the additional sugar in the evening. That's it. And for me, it was easier to say no at 4, you don't eat anymore. It was easier to do that than to do normal and then just say no. I'm back at 74 kilograms. Home office bad for me. Less moving during the day. That's true. Ah, I'm scratching again. I'm disgusting. Hey, Caro. Hey, how are you? Yep, I made it. Plus, being Monday morning back at work after a week of being off sick, picked up COVID. I'm so sorry, but from home this week, shortly being almost 70. We get asked all the time. No, nobody talks to me with the ID3 ever. On the charger as well. It's just, I don't know. It's been 16 months since the ID3 is out. I only got looks with the ID3. Maybe I get it in here in the little town when I drive. But I think the only looks I ever got with my ID3 was on the first day of testing. When I drove to Munich, 2 cars looked at me that I noticed. Yeah, just stupid. I'm a European citizen. I thought that would make a difference. Wow, Caro, been a while. That's true. Caro, you commented on one thing once, but that's it. 75 likes. What's going on? Come on, like. More beard and beard oil. I don't have beard oil. I showered today. I don't know why I'm itchy. It must be Finnegan. Being dog again. Yeah, Finnegan is back, and I'm not used to a cat in 3 months, and I think I'm a bit allergic, and now everything is itchy. And I should have cut the beard. It's way too long. Where am I? Here I am. Yeah, it's too long. Yeah. Fleas biting again. Yeah, or that. I had the flea here. Can you see still the red dot here? Oh. Leaving now, kiss. Yeah, you said it 3 times already. So much wirklich and so much stuff going on. What's wirklich? Okay. Oh, yeah. The oil helps a lot. It's good. Yeah. So, like I said, this week, I think I will do the Hyundai Matrix versus the. Even though I slept on the no more beard, go long. Ciao, chill. I will do the video again with Matrix against ID3. I think it was not that great. Work, not really. So much work and so much stuff going on. Yeah, it's always around Christmas, eh? I do that again and upload it this week, and then next Saturday and Sunday is Dacia Spring electric time. We'll see about that, and then yes, I hope I get invited soon to those dates that I said, but I haven't got the formal invitation yet. I'm excited about the hydrogen car. See how that is. We'll see. Okay. Sorry, Caro, you come and I leave, but I've been online for 1.5 hours. Maybe longer. Where does it say that? Doesn't it say somewhere how long it is? I thought it says it somewhere. Can't see it. Changed it on YouTube. No, here it says it in OBS. 1 hour, 39 minutes. Fiat 500e, already tested that. I did that in... When did we do that? In June? July? August? I can't remember. Cindy drove it. I made a few videos about it. Rock the 500-kilometer Dacia Spring Challenge. No way. No way, I'm not crazy. First of all, I can't drive it that far, since it's from a car dealer, not a press car. I'm limited with kilometers, so it won't be that much. No, so start again. It says 3 minutes. It says 1 hour 1 hour and 40 minutes in 4 seconds. Now, hello everyone. All the study says the same thing. H2 in the car is not efficient. The battery will still the best solution, and that's totally true. I just want to try it how it is. Maybe for some people it's better. I mean, gasoline cars are not efficient, and people drive around that, right? Okay, I will leave you now. Here I saw next to Wagenknecht like ADAC in Germany. Ah. I say you all take care. See you soon, and goodbye. Intro.